Hey everybody, it's Finley. So I just did a product review of my new binder that I got in the mail today. I'm really excited about it. I think I got it a little on the big side. Probably should have gotten a large, and I forever think that I'm bigger than I actually am, so I got an extra large, but it still works pretty well. I'm actually going to sit down because this is going to be a longer video. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately about mostly F to M's, some M to F's, but our interests are often swayed by our experiences, so I have been looking at or listening to a lot of F to M vlogs lately. See, I'm not that big. Now you've seen my entire body. I'm not that fat. So I've also had a really weird cough today. I'm not sure what that's about. But so I've been looking at a lot of F to M vlogs, and I'm really encouraged by a lot of the things that I watch from other guys about the process of transition and how it's been for them and what their experiences have been. And I'm interested in hearing from guys whose transitions have been partial, as mine has to be. I haven't seen a lot of that. There are even some genderqueer guys that I've watched, but in the end, most guys manage to get on T, and that's not really where I'm headed with my transition. And I know that there are a lot of people who are purists and say, well, if you don't want to take T and you don't want a phalloplasty or metoidoplasty, then you're not trans. And I respect that opinion. I think it's bullshit, but I respect it. I really appreciate the video that Jackson the Rabbit posted, wow, probably over a month ago, about how transition has no rules, there's no manual, there's no guide. There are a lot of therapists who aren't even using Harry Benjamin standards of care anymore. There's a broader range of definitions and terms within the greater transgender vernacular that I think is really amazing. I think when we broaden our perspective of what it means to be gender variant and all the shades and shapes inside that realm, we can better help everyone. And I've just seen so many YouTube videos of guys who take the more traditional route, and I'm really interested in hearing from other guys who don't want to take testosterone or can't take testosterone for whatever reason, and maybe who only want top surgery, or maybe who even only want bottom surgery and no top surgery, or both but no T, you know? I think that the people who are credited with the term transgender the most are the people who take that traditional path, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just really, as I approach the time in my life where I'm looking for a gender therapist, and I'm looking to take the next steps of transition, of my personal transition, and that being seeing a therapist and getting top surgery, excuse me, I'm really interested in hearing more about the experiences of people who went to therapy but didn't want hormones. That would be helpful for me, because I find myself freaking out about going to like a cisgender therapist who only thinks that a trans person is a trans person if they're on hormones and have surgery, and that it can't be the other way around. So I don't know if any of you opted out of hormones and got surgery and then maybe decided to pursue hormones later, I would really like to hear from you and about what your experiences in therapy and getting your letters for surgery and how all of that went. Because I know it. I know what happens. I just don't know where to look, I guess. And my first inclination is to want to hear about everybody else's experiences. So there's that. I am rapidly approaching the point, as I said earlier, where I am pursuing therapy and that end result being getting a letter for top surgery. But, you know, there's so many other things in my life that have to happen first. Which seems backwards, because what's really holding me back from being a happy person constantly and consistently is the fact that I'm not confident with what I present to the world when I wonder about it. I, like all trans people, really need this one thing to make me feel whole. And I don't know. So, but as I said, there are some things that have to happen first. And I have to... Wow, it's the 7th. I'm looking at my calendar right now. We had our second performance of Turandot yesterday. And we have 3 days off. We have until the 10th off. And then we have Friday off, and then Saturday is closing night for Turandot. And then I'll be moving up to Longview, hopefully the 14th or the 15th. Because I have to help Wade pack for his move. So there's a lot going on right now, and I just, you know, I don't really want to pursue therapy until I'm finally landed and stable and doing my thing. So to that end, the other thing I wanted to talk about was my prospective move. I'm really excited to live in a town that is smaller than what I've been used to for the past 6 years. I grew up in a smaller town in Washington State, and then I moved to Seattle. And it took me the duration of the 4.5 years that I lived there to really get used to how big it was, and to get used to that attitude. And then I moved down here to Portland. And Portland is just so weird. Portland is crazy. I don't know if Portland is my jam. I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks Portland is awesome because of the experiences that I've had while I've been here. The Portland Gay Men's Chorus and singing with Portland Opera and meeting my voice teacher have been amazing experiences. But I don't know if living here is really where it's at for me. I don't think I really fit here in the city. So it's kind of weird. But I like it. It's cool. I just don't know if it's meant for me. So I'm moving back up to a town that is significantly smaller than what I'm used to. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about what that means to me, and if I'm ready for that shock that comes from living in bigger places for so long and then finally planting yourself somewhere where it's not as big and maybe the mindset of the people who live there aren't as liberal as you're used to. Because I'm certainly used to more free-thinking people, having lived in Seattle and Portland for so long. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be good for me to live somewhere smaller because I won't have as many distractions and I'll be able to focus on my work more and learning my trade. And that's really exciting to me. And it'll also be cool because I'll be closer to my family and I'll be closer to my partner. And at the same time, I'll only be an hour away from Portland. So that's good. But I think I'm going to use this next chapter of my life to really work on myself and complete my transition because I need to do that. I need to do that for myself. Turandot has really opened a lot of dialogue between my voice teacher and I about how I need to prioritize everything. And he told me that he wouldn't let me compete in the Metropolitan Opera National Council auditions until I changed my name and had top surgery. And vocally, I'm getting there. My voice just takes longer to mature. So I have to deal with that. But I also need to take advantage of the opportunity that I have in waiting for vocal maturation to complete my transition. So I need to really think about how that's going to look for me in the next several months. So I have a lot to think about. I have a lot to think about, and I have a lot to do, and I'm really excited about this new path that I'm on, and come what may, this is going to be an awesome time in my life. So I'm just going to embrace it, and I'm going to stop stressing out about things that I have no control over, and come what may, I'm just going to make the most of it, and I'm going to make the most of my life because I've been wasting it for so long. I'm being so sad, and I don't want to do that anymore. So today is good. Today is very good. And I hope that you're all having a pleasant Monday, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.